It claims we are live.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd at 7 p.m., and we are on the dot for a change. We're not early, we're not late, we're right on time. I am still very
Woohoo!
hoarse with this cold situation going on. Had an extremely uh, good day yesterday with the baby, and it was a nightmare today until 2:30. He was throwing up, running fever, screaming, didn't nap until 2:30. It was
Oh,
probably one of the worst days I've had with him. And it wasn't until I stripped him down completely naked and wiped him down with a cold cloth and covered him up in his blankie and gave him a little bit of a baba and held him and got him to go to sleep on the couch. And he was so tired that I actually got up off the couch and went over in the recliner because there wasn't really enough room for the both of us to fit. And it was lucky I was paying attention to him because he decided he was going to start rolling off. And
oh, of course.
yeah, so I went over and sat on the ottoman because it was almost time for EJ to come get him. So uh, EJ walked in the door. We had to wake him up, and he was pretty miserable. So I told them
Yeah,
that,
sounds like he ain't feeling good.
yeah, so we had a little bit of a to do here about the baby and all of that, and don't know how that all was going to go, but we'll see.
Well, obviously, y'all survived it.
Yep.
Hey, Art. Not
Hi,
sure
Art.
you're on time, but I'm not breaking out the WWV clock to find out. Much appreciated. But hopefully, little guy will get feeling better soon and it won't be
Yeah,
so rough.
yeah, I hope
He's
so.
slowly getting better.
Yeah, I wish we could shake this whatever's going on, cold, sickness,
Oh,
whatever.
oh, I feel you on that one. I
I
still
mean,
got the bit of a headache and feels like I'm kind of
right?
feverish at times.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Probably something.
Um, it's that time of season. It's called
Mm-hmm.
flu, cold, pneumonia, everything else season
Right.
that people get in the spring and the fall of every year.
Eric, would you please take the dog and shut the door? Okay, there we go. We'll have some quiet time.
An
I mean,
attempted peace and
yeah,
quiet time.
yeah. I have a couple things going on. I'm waiting for my PCP to call me, so I might have to take a phone call.
And that's fine.
Thank you,
We
ma'am.
won't fire you over it.
Oh, shit. Sugar bucket balls. I was hoping to get fired.
Nah, not
Yeah.
for something like that. Hi, Blue Rose.
Hey, Blue. Good to see you, honey.
Ugh. We've had rain for
Yep.
like 2 days now, and we're in for more tomorrow and the day after as well, by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. We've had it the
Ugh.
last 2 days. We're to have it all week until Friday night. Then the weekend's supposed to be decent. Um, so I don't know if it's the rain that, is adding to the problem or
Misery.
what. Yeah, but I just can't seem to shake the hoarseness in my voice,
Hmm.
and it just won't go away. In the whole head thing
Yep.
situation. But then when you're
Yeah.
vomited on and slobbered on and all of
Of
that,
course.
yeah, I think that kind of is where I'm getting it from.
And that
Right.
makes sense. And
Yeah.
again, you got one grandkid in school,
Mm-hmm.
a son who goes into work around other people's houses, so that means
Yes,
other people,
ma'am.
a
Yep.
husband who works in the same environment. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
y'all are
Yes, ma'am.
bound to get something at some point.
Yep. I
And
believe.
little guy's going to get it first because his immune system is the weakest.
Yeah, I think that they are the carriers.
Yep. Don't say the R word. I don't need liquid sunshine yet. LOL. It came from the West, so I'm blaming you and the other people I know who are west of me. Anyone west of my state, it's all your fault. You sent the rain this way. You didn't stop it. You didn't prevent it. You didn't even slow it down. So
So
we're blaming the people to the west.
there you go. That sounds like a good thing.
Yep. And as long as it doesn't crack flakes from the sky, I'm okay. And if
Yeah.
you don't know what crack flakes from the sky are, oh, well, sorry. It's just my version of the four lettered S word that happens every winter that I don't like. It
Okay.
wasn't me. Thanks, Art. I love the rain, not thunder. I can handle thunder. It's the pressure from the storms that kills me.
Oh,
Um,
I like storms.
Yep, I'm a
I
storm
like
person. I like them. I just don't want the pain from them. And like the four-lettered word that's for crack flakes from the sky, it's so beautiful if it didn't have to happen when it was cold.
right.
So, it took my dad a minute to realize what I was talking about the first time I told him about crack flakes from the sky. But yeah,
I just sent you 3 pages of something. Let me know if you received them.
I'm
Okay.
already got it. Yep, I
Thank
got it.
you. Thank you, ma'am. That's for after the show.
Mhm.
Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, life is life right now. Um oh Art saying they get 80 inches of rain each year where he's at.
No,
Dang.
that really? That seriously?
Yes. My ex husband has a cousin over there. And yes, that is very accurate.
Wow.
Taller than, let's see, 80 inches is what, 6'6" ish?
Yeah.
6 foot
What?
7?
72 is 6 foot.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Add another 8 inches to it. So 6 foot
Yeah.
8.
So
Six
you
feet
mean,
and 8 inches of rain. Hey, Arby.
hi, Arby. So, where does the water go?
um, I'll let him answer, but I have theories of where the water goes because obviously it doesn't all land there. Some of it comes our way.
Right, but I mean, if he's saying he gets 80 inches of rain a year, then that means that's the rain he receives, correct?
Oh, it's between 80 and 90. We have 20% descriptions of 20 descriptions of rain, but and no word for crisp. I'm sure there's a lag, so he'll catch our what we asked a few moments.
Okay.
So,
I mean, like,
but yeah,
you think they'd be able to divert some of that into some of the other states that need it?
he says great soil drainage. Seriously, so a lot of it will go back into the oceans, lakes, and rivers in the surrounding area, and the trees are probably massive in that region.
Wow. That's
And they're probably the
unbelievable.
deeper rooted trees instead of the shallow root trees, so they
Right.
don't topple over from the wet soil. Hmm. Yeah, it is definitely fun to get a lot of rain.
No, it isn't.
Um,
I dislike rain
that's a
immensely.
sarcasm. I was
Yep.
complete sarcasm there.
Thank you. I'd rather have snow than rain any day of the week.
Nothing in the cold. Nothing in the cold. I'll take my tornadoes over those two.
No. Snow over rain. And snow
Oh,
over tornado.
Arby. Oh, I know this. I learned about it in water cycle in third grade.
Wait, he got in the 3rd grade. Is that like a. I know he has
Oh, I
typos.
see it. Third
Uh huh.
grade. Oh my
In
God.
the
I
3rd
totally
grade.
went to proper English.
Uh huh.
Oh, sorry. I misread that.
The chat's already starting.
Yes, they are. And they are so much fun. I love the chat. The chat's amazing. Our trees have trees, but lots of roads wash out and the roads that sink, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was supposed to say fourth.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was trying to say thirsty or something.
But I fat fingered the 3 and 4.
Or
Either
uh-huh.
way,
Oh,
it's
fudge.
all good. You should. Well, you've seen my typos, Arby. You know how bad it can get.
And mine, I
But
do.
maybe it was third. I don't know.
I do talk to text, and
Oh God.
lately, with
Yeah.
being so congested, my voice just is not coming across on my text messages. And the
You still
weirdest,
haven't told me who Adrian Emoji was from
I
this
have
morning.
no idea what that even. I have to go back and read the sentence. This, I mean, I did the blue rose the other day, and I don't even remember what the heck I was, trying to say, and stupid
But
words are
it's
coming out.
funny.
It is funny because I don't.
Oh.
After I say it, I don't go back and read it. I just hit send, and then
Mm-hmm.
it is whatever it is. So it's pretty
Yep.
funny.
Oh
So
yes, it is. But my typos are usually my fingers being dyslexic and not go hitting the letters in the right order, but on the order of the keyboard,
right.
either left to right or right to left. It depends on what my hands feel for the day. I will hit OI instead of IO. And like caution, how it's ION, and I'll
Right.
just do OIN. And it's like, that is not right.
Oh wow, that would be frustrating.
Or it goes, I used to live up where it rained 4 inches a year before I moved here. Culture shock for my poor pup.
I
Yeah.
bet. Did the pup get
Um,
those rain boot shoes that they put on the dogs?
Irby says, look, all I know is don't eat yellow snow.
That is a good life lesson to learn. Everybody
And
should
don't pee
know
on
that.
electric fences if you're male. That'll
Wow.
hurt.
You think? Just a little twinge?
I know a couple of people who were dumb enough to do it. I'm related to a couple of
Mm,
some of those people too. Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
know.
That has to be a guy thing. That has to be a
I'm sure
guy
it
thing.
is. Baxter loves to make yellow snow one of his favorite activities. Oh
It
God, it
makes
is so
spring
much
grass
fun.
yellow too, right? Yeah.
One of these days we should just have an episode where we're having conversations with the chat.
Yes, that would be cool.
Just do an
We could
open
do
chat with
that.
the conversations. It can be so entertaining on its
Hmm.
own.
And see where it goes. Yeah, where it leads us.
Oh,
Well, for
it is a lot of
today,
fun.
yes, it is. For today, okay, what else do they have to say here? Oh,
Oh, Blue
Blue is
Rose just
laughing.
laughing. Our
Um,
dog had to pee. I'll wait 20 minutes. I'll wait 20 minutes later. Shit. Okay. Will you come with me?
he got me snorting now.
I know. I heard it.
I know. I'm laughing because I know that uh, like, look, you know what I mean? Like, you open the door and they're like, uh, no, no, thank you, you know. And then they got to go again and they're like, uh, no, still don't, nope, still don't want to go out. And then that's so desperate. It's like a run and dash. It's like
Yep.
a DoorDash kind of thing, you know? It's pretty
Quick
funny.
say hi to JJ. And Arby goes, I don't know how he can hold his bladder for like 24 hours if it's raining, but if it's not, he wants to go pee every 10 minutes.
Exactly. Hi, JJ. And the baby says hello back. We don't, luckily, don't have them this evening. It was a rough day today. Lots of screaming. We
But
would have
yeah, it is
had
funny how
to,
the dog has to pee so frequently when there's no rain,
uh
but if
huh.
there's rain, he doesn't want to go out there. But then again, we had
Yes.
my ex brother in law's dog for a few years. She's a boxer husky mix. She'd go out in sub zero temps in Michigan and not to go pee and then not want to come back in. And I'm trying to chase her down barefoot because I don't have time to run and go find my shoes. It's like, so I'm chasing this dog through the yard, trying to round her up back to the house, and she's trying to jump the fence to go run down the road. And I'm barefoot in ankle deep snow. Yeah. That's why I call it crack flakes
Wow.
from the sky. But she is a beautiful, fun dog. God, I love her. She is an angel. But she is a handful when she wants to play out in that cold weather. She don't want to go out in the heat. But when it's sub zero, oh, she's in her element. And good luck catching her.
Yeah, that's, wow. They say
Yeah.
watch the way you name your animals. And I told you the story about Chase. You know,
Yep.
his original name was Legend when we got him from the pound. And he was a rescue. They estimated him to be 3 or 4. He had been abused, hit by a car, had Lyme disease, all this problem. He had a weird eye. He has these funny front teeth. The smallest dog we've ever had, but the
Uh huh.
strongest dog we've ever had. Paws, huge paws, just dig in. So we were like, this dog's name isn't Legend. Hmm, how about Chase? That sounds like a good name. For three
Yeah.
years, that's all we did was chase that dog. The
Well, I
cops
mean, he
had
is
him
part he
several
is part
times.
hound dog.
Yes, the police had him several times. Amazon had him. Walmart had him. The dumbest one was UPS guy had him, brought him home, opened up the door, let him out, and the dog took off again. And I said, why did you do that? And he goes, well, I thought he knew where his home was. I didn't know he was going to run again. Uh, that was, it was so frustrating. Uh, who else had, oh, the mailman had him. He's been at neighbor's home and he's been found almost 6 miles from the house. One day when I had Jacob, he was about 2 or 3 years old. He was still in diapers. And I let the dog, I wanted to put him on the leash to let him out, but he got out of his collar. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. I got dinner in bed too. We're eating late. Uh, but he ran up the road and I go through Jake. I didn't even have the car seat. I threw him in the back seat with the seatbelt on, drove up the road, saw him at the top of the road, and here he was wrapped around those cat o' nine. We call them cat o' nine tails or cat tails.
Oh, cattails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know
Cat tails.
cattails. I'm
They were
highly allergic to those bastards.
really. They. He was. I love those
Yes.
things. I think they're beautiful. He was wrapped around there. Well, the neighbors were trying to get him undone. They get him undone. They start to get him undone, and what the guy did was he let him off the hook and let him off the leash.
Oh
The leash was
no.
still wrapped around them, and the dog took off again. I'm telling you, this. it was a nightmare. It's been a nightmare, and
Yup.
it's only since he's gotten older and he's got all these issues that
He
I
slows
let him.
down.
Yeah, that I let him go. But if he sees a rabbit or something like that, he's
He's
gone.
gone for a
They
bit.
I'd have to call Eric or EJ from work and say, "You got to come home. The dog's gone," and they'd get on the quad and they'd ride in the woods to find him
Track him down. Yup.
and track him because he'd follow the turkeys or whatever animal would have.
Whatever critter picks his
Mm-hmm.
scents. Yep.
Yep. And the one time, if Eric wouldn't have found him, he probably would have died in the woods. He had wrapped himself around a tree and a log and had himself all wrapped up, and he had tried to escape and with his collar, rubbed his skin all raw and everything. He wouldn't have made it. It would.
Yeah.
He's lucky. He's very lucky. Uh,
He's
he.
lucky y'all love him so much instead of
I
got sick
know.
of chasing him.
Okay, yeah, so, and then what do? I get two cats and name them Jekyll and Hyde, and they've been everywhere except on the frickin' ceiling. The next animal I get, please tell
That
me
you
the
know
name.
of.
Please, please, yeah, that I know. Oh, yeah, when I'm sleeping, I don't know what they're doing. But the next animal I ever get, please tell me to name it something normal like Fred or George.
Lazy.
Yeah, lazy that's a good one. Or sleepy or something like that.
Go
Dopey.
after the seven dwarfs.
There you go. There you go. Not grumpy or anything. We could,
No.
need that. So,
Or Sneezy. Sneezy will
yeah,
probably lead to vet costs.
exactly. But I kind of like sleepy or lazy or something like that. That would be cool.
Hmm.
Ugh,
Arby has a question for you.
okay.
I'll post it up and it says, I had a rough day, not rough day at D, can you be my personal HR rep at any job? Issues, it's okay. Got my personal HR professional.
No. Yes, yes, sir. I certainly most can be.
Uh, Chase needs to write a book of his adventures.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. The Adventures of Chase, Jekyll, and Hyde.
Oh,
Hmm.
you could actually write books like
Yeah.
that and have them published for the kids, or you could
Yeah.
mass publish them to children.
Yeah. I know there's companies I think that do books that you insert like names or whatever, but I could write the stories. That would be
Names
cool.
and pictures. Just get
Yeah.
pictures of them, have someone draw them into cartoons.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
The the police, and he just got
oh
right up
my
to
god,
Tom.
Arby suggested you use Zarlog the Destroyer for a pet.
A path.
Blue says bashful.
There you go. Always hiding. That would work. Uh,
But I do kind of like Zarlog the Destroyer. I mean,
nah. No, 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 no. No, that would
I mean,
that
he
would be the
wasn't really the brightest character
no, but
out of the whole movie.
that would be the kind of dog that you would come home and your couch would be chewed apart. Did you ever
If
watch
I had a Mastiff, that would be the perfect, or no, that would be a perfect name for a Chihuahua. Zarlog the Destroyer.
Oh, that would be funny. When
Oh,
I used to walk to work as a lifeguard every day, I had to pass this house that had this little chihuahua, and they were out every time I had to walk by.
of
And
course.
like they couldn't, and they sat back quite far from the road, so it was a long walkway to get to the sidewalk where I walked. Every time I'd come past, that little son of a bitch would be run up, and I'd be like, "Go home, go home," biting at my heels. I think they found it highly entertaining. I think they
Um,
were like, "Let's let the dog out and attack D."
I'll tell you what. I would rather have a Mastiff or one of those Saint Bernard type dogs around my
Mm-hmm.
kids than a Chihuahua or any other ankle biter bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Sneezy is a full blown Coke freak. 10 points if you know the reference. Yes. My niece's dog's name is Simba because of Lion King. My son named a stray cat Leroy from Leroy and Stitch, and then she had 4 kittens under my bed. So we just kept calling her Leroy anyways. And then she ran off and abandoned me with the kittens and is like, bye, take them from here. And it's like, really? Hey, cannabis.
She went
I put a
welfare
test one
office.
up.
She went
I
welfare
put up
office. Hi, cannabis.
I put up a test message, and JJ's was test 1 2 3, and cannabis put 3 4 5.
Oh, heck.
It's because of the last time we didn't have the chat working right. I wanted to make
Right.
sure it was working today. Dang, damn cat. Yes, you would not believe how many weird animals we have collected over the years because of stuff like that. My sister and I nursed a wild rabbit, one of those little brown ones from the yard.
Right.
One of our cats tore some of its skin back from its hip. So we kept it for like a week, and we used gauze and a gauze pad, roller gauze and gauze pad to hold the skin back to the to the flesh. And would you believe it? Years later, that bunny came back with a big old scar on its leg, but it came back.
I'm sorry. What did he come back
Yep,
for?
to eat clovers out of the front yard, whatever the hell rabbits do. We saw him bouncing around. He never grew hair back on that patch of skin, but he was back bouncing around in the front yard, bigger than he ever
Come on
was.
now. That sounds a little bit far fetched.
I know it sounds far fetched, but that little bastard came back. We let him loose. He took off into a field. About 2 years later, we saw him hopping around in the front yard again.
Mm.
It's not
Wait, he
unheard
was
of.
like me. Wait, he's like me in bed 2 years for a foot recovery, right?
Well, I mean, we kept him for a good week
Yeah.
for
Uh,
that skin to start rehealing. It did reheal, but the hair eventually fell out,
Well,
and he did good.
how was he when you had him for the week? Did he behave or was he
Oh,
bad?
he was well behaved, but we didn't try taming him. We would just feed him and provide water and then walk off. We weren't trying to tame it.
Right.
So we wanted to keep it wild. And so we would just provide food from the garden and then wander off and, leave him be in his box until he
Mm-hmm.
was better. And then we set him loose outside. And 2 years later, he showed back up again.
Hmm. You said, "Damn cats! I want to get them and tear them apart." Right.
Yeah, but I think by that point, he was too big and the cats knew they weren't going to get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but
Those
yeah,
rabbit.
I mean, I've had my share of times, nursing wild animals and stuff. It was just part of my life.
That's funny.
I kind of miss those days, and but my daughter takes after me. I think I've told y'all before. We would have this temporary pet rescue thing run out of our backyard. Basically, any stray dog she saw running around, she brought home, including more than one pit bull and pit bull mix. And we would keep them for about a week, and then we would go up to Petco and stuff, put out the notice, and after a week, if no one came to claim them, and we had them where people would see them, so if they were looking for their dog, they would be able to see it. And if no one claimed them, we'd call animal control. We did a halfway house before turning them in. And, oh, when my daughter was 7. Oh, that's right. We were at my aunt's, and this baby calf, the mother kept, just wandering off and not wanting to take care of it. My daughter, my aunt, and I, and everyone were in the kitchen. I don't mind my kids going around, running around my aunt's farm. I mean, that was my childhood. So
Right.
I left my daughters, went outside to go wander around, which is fine. And my aunt gets a call. There's some kid out there with one of your calves. She's got her coat on it. And I instantly said my daughter's name. We walked out that door, went over to the pasture where the fenced in pasture for the calves. And
Mm-hmm.
there's my daughter with a coat on a calf, and the mother cow is looking pissed as hell over in the other corner of the fence,
Oh
but
my
wouldn't
God.
come at my daughter. It was so freaking funny. The
How did
neighbors,
she get the coat on it?
it wasn't like completely on it. She just put her coat over its shoulders.
Oh, okay.
My
I thought
daughter,
I thought maybe the sleeves were on its legs.
no, not like that.
I was gonna say, damn. Oh,
Oh, like a few minutes ago, Crazy B and D were talking about the text message misspelling, but Crazy B can spell kitten, but says kitten without the T's. Love her accent. Yes, I know. I need to enunciate better. Kitten, for those of y'all who need some enunciation.
no, after
Um, I
that, no, I decided that uh, I was forced to go and take a course to eliminate my Pittsburgh ease. My boss did not like it. Okay. It was part of my evaluation.
oh my
Now,
god, that's
technically,
BS.
I could have started a lot of shit about that, but
That's a lawsuit.
I went and I took the course, and when I was around her, I try not to speak Pittsburghese, and I decided from that point forward, if you don't like it, don't fucking talk to me. Don't hire me,
Amen.
fire me. We all hail from different parts of the country and say things in different ways or pronunciate things
Is it true
differently.
we were supposed to get raptured today?
Yes, it was true. According to the internet, we were supposed to be raptured today. Either God didn't want us or they were wrong again. And that's another whole conversation we can have later.
Or
Sorry,
we
my
are
son.
or we are living in hell and just don't know it.
The rapture actually happened years ago and we're just stuck here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
2012.
Oh, the 2012?
It
Okay.
all adds up. 2012 was rapture. COVID was rapture. It took all the people that were innocent.
Oh, good point. Oh, COVID was the rapture and it took all the good people and left all of us behind.
Hmm.
That's an interesting theory for some people to ponder.
There you go.
No, I can quote a dozen different reasons in the Bible why these dingbats are wrong.
Or maybe the Black Plague was rapture.
The Black Plague could have been it too. Yep. So yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day where we could literally just go back and forth and nitpick their BS.
Right.
But I still find it funny. And then watch half of us wake up tomorrow and the other half is gone. It's like, what?
Right.
Where? Why?
Because they wanted to go.
Tomorrow might be interesting. Yeah, I was watching TikToks of people like, yeah, I just sold all my earthly possessions over the past few days. I'm like, how many TikToks are going to be, oh, well, we were wrong and I never actually sold my stuff to begin with? And how many are going to be, I need help. I don't have a place to live. I need my car back. I got to go to work.
Oh my gosh. I need to set up a GoFundMe.
I'm just waiting on the backlash on some of this because it's not the first time in history that people were so certain it was the end times and the rapture was about to happen that they literally left farms untended, sold their land, and were destitute and had to start all over again.
Well, Sometimes starting over is not a bad thing,
It isn't,
you know?
but you
I
know,
mean, I
how
would,
about you just
oh
don't
my
jump the
God.
gun? Because no matter what, if
You
you're
know,
going to heaven or not, who cares about your earthly possessions? Someone will claim them.
right. Oh my gosh. I I could have just wiped out right now.
Okay. Art
Okay.
said, or Arby says,
Wait, it's
"Meh,
just
it's."
too funny.
Well,
I
I'm
just
reading.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just went to get up to shut the ceiling fan off because I'm freezing, right?
Uh huh.
And I almost just stood up and flipped out of the bed into the door. Now that would be the third time in 2 weeks that I fell. I would have got really
No.
jacked up this time because you know what? Eric put my laundry basket right there, and I didn't even know it.
Oh,
So,
that would have really
yes,
sucked.
my foot went right into the laundry basket. And luckily, I was like, this isn't the floor. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. But I'm putting you guys on the floor right now. So
I
just,
gotta read some of these chats because they're going great.
okay, go ahead.
Arby says, "Matt, I'm fine. I'm stuck here anyways. You guys are just a figment of my imagination."
Absolutely, 100% we are.
Art says, "I always remember the test in my speech class. I use any of those, and the class would slap their desks. But I was in a public speaker and debate class." Okay. Cannabis says, "With Israel is going to be added to the chaos of tomorrow." JJ says the TikTokers didn't sell their worldly goods of equipment to post on the internet. Bingo. Can't be raptured if you have student loans. LOL. Earthly possession. Pointing up at Cannabis's comment from JJ with an LOL. I'm telling you, why? What part of in the Bible? And it flat out says, "No one shall know the time except the Father, not even the angels will know the time." Jesus doesn't know the time. God's going to send him. Jesus don't know when he's coming back. God's going to be like, "All right, time to rule," and get everyone moving according to the Bible. So please stop guessing. If you were a true Christian, just go spread the lovely word of God and, win people over through logic, reasoning, and faith, and you'll be good right now. Just worry about you and doing the right things in life. Quit worrying about the end times. We're
Well,
all
I
going to
don't
die
think that I have
anyways.
time to shut the ceiling fan off, but since you explained that so eloquently, I was able to go get a can of Coke too.
There you go.
Now, if only I.
Buddhist theory that this world is entirely a construction in your mind.
Right.
So it's possible you're more right than you think. He said that to Arby, which I
That
found, but I do find it interesting because I've heard that.
I've heard that
Um,
theory too. I've heard the theory.
Vanilla pie. So you're telling me I sold my truck and items for nothing?
Yes.
I mean, unless God comes in the next few hours, everyone's going to be off. But honestly, the way I see it, I'm right. Either way, whether I'm raptured or not, whether it happens in my lifetime or not, it's up to God. I have no frickin' say in it. Why am I going to stress about something I got no control over? And according to the Bible, I ain't got no business trying to have control over. That's the way I see it. And you know what? Either way, God's either sending me to heaven or hell, or he's sending me right back. He's like, oh, well, he's already sent me back twice already, but still, I mean, third time's a charm, right?
Well, you know, I've heard the theory that you're supposedly giving the given the opportunity whether to come back or not. Now, if that's the case, when I get to that gate or whatever that opens that says, "Go forth, my child, be born again and live," somebody frickin' slap me and send me back again. I don't want to come back again. I don't want to do this over again.
Yeah.
You know?
I've heard that theory that we actually can even pick which life we are going to
I know.
live.
I've heard
And
that.
then at the moment of birth, we lose the memory of picking it.
Correct.
And we just kind of go from there. And,
Right.
who's to say who's right or wrong? I have my
Don't
faith, I
know,
have
but
my
I'll tell you what,
beliefs.
I sure as shit don't remember signing up for this life, I'll tell you that. So, you know, yeah, the reason we survived 4 comas is they went, "Oh, hell no." Upstairs don't want her, downstairs don't want her, in between don't want her. They go, "Just keep her where she's at for a while."
Yeah. Like I told I've said it before. I was newborn. Actually, I wasn't even born. My mom almost gave birth to me at 3 pounds with no lung development, and she was 8 months pregnant. They had to shoot me up with growth hormones. So God's like, nope, not yet. Then, at 13 years old, God said, nope, not your time. Shipped me back. It's like, really? Really? You left me with this insane family, this BS crap I'm going through. Why? What does the world need me for that much?
Well,
I would love to know.
it was for us to do this podcast.
Hopefully, maybe it'll speak to someone.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to eat spaghetti and talk at the same time.
Eh,
I don't think
that's
it's going to work.
understandable. I'm going to go ahead and try to catch up on some of these chats.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, um, so after Vanilla's, JJ said, "Stay safe, sane,
Wait,
and
hold
sober.
on a
Don't worry
second.
about."
Yeah. Good afternoon. Hi, Vanilla. Nice to see you. Good, or should I say good evening? If we missed anybody in the chat, which I don't think we did,
Not yet,
not yet. Okay. All
but I
right.
did say. I believe I said hi when I read the message.
I don't recall
Um,
Vanilla's message, but go
he
ahead,
said,
Trish.
"So you're telling me I sold my truck and other
Oh,
items for
that.
nothing?"
Okay. I thought Art said that. Okay.
No, that was Vanilla.
Okay.
And then JJ says, "Stay safe, sane, and sober. Don't worry about the rapture." Followed by Art. For those interested, it's called the theory of non duality. That's right. That's the name of the theory. JJ says, maybe accept Blondie's song Raptured. Now we're having some throwbacks.
Uh huh.
Cannabis says, I wonder how many people that are in heaven looked back at Earth and said, damn, it's flat. Of course, there's some laughter at that one. Don't choke. Don't choke. I'm reading them. Did not read these beforehand. I
Oh
went
my.
back and I'm reading them, so don't choke.
I'll try not to. I almost. Okay.
Art says whether you come back or not, it is only a choice if you've become completely enlightened. If you're not enlightened, return isn't a choice. Okay. Yeah, if I had a choice, I would have picked a little different path, I think, from
Me too.
Arby.
Me too.
Cannabis, I bet many, lol.
Right?
Um, Blue Rose, these liberal women are taking Tylenol on purpose to troll Trump. Oh, this will be great for their livers. Let's watch how this turns out when everyone goes jaundice. Fuckers. Oh my god. Okay.
Which I guess is.
Uh,
Are you caught up?
no, there's still more.
Okay,
Art
keep
says
going.
Last time I was there, they said he may be enlightened, but he's angry, drunk, throw him back till he's sober. Folk cult, I can't pronounce it today. Folk cults build of desecrate work according to Wikipedia. So I guess both doesn't matter much either way. Vanilla Pie, who is having sex with liberal women? Good point. And again, every medication has pros and cons. This is why you go to the doctor. You weigh the pros and cons of taking it. Will I benefit more than the side effects of it? I personally can't take Tylenol because I was cursed with a bad liver from birth. I was born jaundice. I'll probably die jaundice. Who knows? Just part of my life. I don't take Tylenol unless it's absolute necessary. Same with drinking alcohol. I have to limit what I take and how frequently I take it. Not that I cared in my late teens and early 20s. Well, late teens mostly. We're talking like 14 to 18, maybe 19. I was really bad. So, but I also spent a lot of time in the sun, which is probably why my parents didn't notice. So, but there's always pros and cons to everything you put into your body. Even the oxygen you breathe has pros and cons. So, yeah. Oh my God. I cannot read that comment from Arby. I will blow this up. Hold on. Holy crap, Arby. You always put in something I can't read out loud at least once every time you show up. Um, do I have? I do get the cool yellow eyes, werewolf looking, piss brown eyes from the jaundice buildup, and my skin turns a yellow tinge too. So yeah, yes. Woke break over. Got to get back to listening and learn. Oh, work break, not woke. I just rearranged your typo and got the word woke break instead of work break. D has been popping in and out. B pronounced. Oh, pronounced Fuku. Fuko. Okay, sorry. I apologize. He was a philosopher. I'll have to look more into him. I don't think I've ever looked far into him. I will have to dig into that tonight and see when D comes back in.
And
Is
that was
this
not
the ping me in and out game?
yes, that was not the call I was expecting.
Okay.
So I might have to dip out if the doctor calls.
Oh, I 100% understand.
Okay.
But yeah, Vanilla Pie thinks it's the cool yellow werewolf piss brown eyes from jaundice.
Is
Yeah,
there?
sunlight is the best way to deal with jaundice.
There you go. All right. Well, somewhere up in the chat, whoever said that about Tylenol and the women trolling
That
Trump
was Blue Rose.
blue. Well, that leads us into what we're doing today, and that is nothing about the Charlie Kirk assassination, funeral, Trump, anything. We
We're
just
taking a
need,
little break.
right, and we might pick it up Thursday and Friday. We'll see how it goes, but right now there's a
Well, it
lot.
won't be Thursday because I
No,
won't be here.
right, that's correct. Thursday we're doing there'll be a pre-recorded video that you don't want to miss, and I mean you don't want to miss it. It's part two of the immigration series,
Uh-huh.
and there's some pretty wild
Uh, Wait, no, part three. Part
three.
three. We already,
Okay,
part two was a few weeks back.
I just threw Coke all over my shirt now, so I have
You make it
vomit.
sound like it was my fault that you
It
threw the
is your
Coke all
fault.
over yourself.
It
Oh,
is.
it
It
is?
is
Okay.
because I was trying to
I came up there
get.
and slapped the Coke can.
You did in the back of my head. I swore you said it was part 2. Anyway, it's one of the parts. It's one of many parts that there'll be live ones, but this one is a pre-recorded, and you'll want to see just how crazy some of this stuff is
Hmm.
going on throughout the United States. It's just absolutely out of control. Uh, the ICE officers, it, I don't know what to say about it, Crazy B. Do you have anything to say about it?
Um, More shit, different day, people being stupid, and hopefully it'll end soon. When it
Boy,
comes to
that's.
the immigration stuff, I'm like, can we just get this done and over with? But there was that one thing though, and I can't share it because I'll get copyrighted on the music. But our freaking federal government, now I laughed, even though I see it totally as absolutely unprofessional. They probably just Art and Arby and Crown Target were talking about it over on my server. They basically took footage of them going around catching people, the ICE agents, but they put it to the Pokemon theme song.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely 100% unprofessional, but oh my god, it was freaking hilarious. Oh my god.
Well,
So I was just busting up laughing, even though I can't share it on the show because, we just had to go back to the Charlie Kirk
oh
funeral and
yes,
remove a bunch of
yes.
stuff
Why
because
don't you?
YouTube and France.
Yes. By the way, I wanted to complain about that. France. Hold on, just a second. Television of France. Francais. I'm coming for you, motherfuckers. Okay? You understand that?
France really had no
Yeah,
right to do what they did.
exactly. And YouTube didn't have any right to do it either. Okay?
Well, I mean, the copyright claims for the music I could get, but YouTube backing the country of France, telling us something had to be blacked out because it offended them. Yeah,
Uh huh.
I got issues.
Why couldn't.
France,
Okay,
mm-mm.
so I went out and I looked at other content creators, and they have the music and that sign up. Not why is that still up?
They used the Rumble stream for them.
No, I'm talking YouTube. I
No, I
didn't go
mean,
out
no,
on
they
Rumble.
stream. No, they did what we did. Just
Yeah,
restreamed the Rumble from the funeral,
right.
the
Into
Charlie Kirk
YouTube.
channel,
Into YouTube.
and we got hit with this shit. Yeah, go figure.
Well,
Uh
yeah,
huh.
that's my question.
But other people might not. Yeah,
Why didn't the other ones get hit? Why did
they
we get.
probably make they probably bring in a bigger audience than we did.
Well, I don't think
I
it's
think it's
very fair.
BS.
And France, we're coming for your ass. Yeah. Mhm. I told you
um.
don't mess with me. Really, don't. Just don't.
Hmm.
It won't be pretty. I promise you, it won't. And so I'm coming for you, France. Don't, don't. You better watch what you send to the United States, cause every motherfucking thing you send, copyright, 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 copyright.
We don't really have a say over it, but okay.
I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended. Violation, 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 violation.
And it was the scroller bar on the Charlie Kirk's stream from Rumble. There was a scroll bar that France was upset about.
Uh huh.
Go figure. But Vanilla Pie has a question: who would win in a fight, D or B? No weapons cage match.
That's a good question. Considering I have to use a walker, if
So do
we use
I.
okay, okay, or our wheelchairs, huh? If we were
I
in
don't
our
think I would even fight you.
wheelchairs,
I think we'd just bust up laughing and
yeah,
die of laughter, and it'd be an even match.
right. If we were in our wheelchairs, we would have to have a weapon because it'd be kind of hard to lean over and fight.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, that would be funny. Um, Cannabis, I do use capsaicin, which comes from the cayenne fruit peppers. The capsaicin is really good for pain relief. I have used it. I've had a lot of success with my arthritis. Um, I've not no problem with the meme. It's just inappropriate for a government account. I guess you got thrown in there. So yep, I know. I thought it was freaking hilarious. All those content creators that were banned should should
exactly.
get together for a class action
Class
lawsuit.
action.
Except when signing your agreement to produce videos, you're kind of giving up that lawsuit right. Looked
Well,
into the terms of service.
and I've said many contracts can be broken. That's what the courts are for. So you get enough people
Hmm.
together, I'll bet that there would be something to it because I know content creators that were demonetized for over a year and then they information was found to be correct and they didn't go back and pay them that money.
Oh my God, art. There's no incidence of hemorrhoids in France because perfect holes don't have hemorrhoids.
I'm not touching that.
I'm just leaving it there after it's been read because I'm dying.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the question is who brings Pew Pew to the wheelchair and has a faster pull, but he said no weapons. So,
Well, it depends on. I mean, both of us would probably have our hair pulled back. So, well, if I came down with the frying pan, oh, I don't have a weapon, so never mind.
no weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, no weapons.
Not that either of us could really punch or kick because your shoulders, my shoulders, both our legs are jacked up.
Yeah.
It would be funny to try, but I mean, I don't think it would be. It would be entertaining to watch us just laughing as we fall all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do a fight from seated walkers or wheelchairs. Uh, put on some boxing gloves and see how it goes.
Mm.
Uh, talk about Special Olympics and the Paralympics.
Who said that?
I just did.
Oh,
No one in the chat. That was my brain.
okay.
I'm sorry. I just
Pick on the handicap. That's right. That's
that I
racist.
am too. Okay,
That
I am too.
that's
I'm handicapped
racist.
as well. It's not when we're the same handicaps.
I know.
It would
Mm.
be like a battle bot fight
You know
then.
what? I might win. You know why? Because there's one thing you have that I don't. And you'd start crying the minute it happened, and I would just slap you in your head into next week and it'd be over. And you know what that
What's that?
is? You'd go, "Oh, it's a back spasm, it's a back spasm." And you'd freak and it would be over. Once your back spasm hit, it'd be over. You'd bend over, I'd whap you in the head into next week, and I'd be pronounced the winner. There we go.
Uh,
Decision made.
I I'd
We
I'd
don't
be too
even have to
busy
get in the
falling on the
cage.
floor laughing before it
Uh-huh.
even got to that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm crippled. I refuse to accept your redefinition. LOL.
Crippled. Yeah,
Oh
crippled's a
shit.
good word.
Oh. I remember back in high school, they used to call it crip fights when the crippled kids would get into it.
Yep.
And not like the gangs, the Bloods and the Crips. Wrong
Mm-hmm.
Crips. They have a T at the end.
All right, we
Oh,
ready to get the shows on the ball here
yeah,
with
now that we're
whatever
an
we
hour
have?
in. Oh my God, we're having so much fun. We're an hour in. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess we should shut up and do this.
Well, at least we had fun for the first hour. It went by quick.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
still didn't
hour
get to
has
eat
been
all my plate of
great.
spaghetti, but it could continue. Uh, okay. All right.
Oh,
So this is an article from Mia. Oh, I guess I said that
CNN.
was a meeting pasta. This is from
CNN
CNN.
politics.
Yeah, from September the 2nd. This was an exclusive interview with Justice Amy Coney Barrett defending overturning Roe versus Wade and reveals the Supreme Court dynamics in a new book. Now, before we even get started on the article, I have a problem with this in general. She's relatively new to the Supreme Court. What, 2 years, 3 years in? Is that about right?
I think she's a no. I think she's a hangover from Trump's first term.
Mm, you're right.
Yeah,
So,
she's from
yeah, you're
Trump's
right.
first term.
So she's in there. Wow, I didn't realize that. Maybe
Almost 10
the,
years yeah, 10 years, anywhere eight
between,
no, 6 to 10 years.
yeah, 6 to 10 years. Yeah. So, but I still think she's a relatively newcomer compared to the others. You know, her with
Yes.
Kavanaugh and all that. I don't think they should be permitted to write a book.
I don't know.
I
I
think
mean,
that,
she was a judge before she got put to the Supreme Court.
well, this is about, we'll read the article and then go through, and then you can kind of make your decision. I think that, uh, you know, why would she be able to garner additional monies from kind of like perhaps a tell all book? What's in the book? I didn't buy her book. I'm not going to buy her
Mhm.
book. Uh, Perhaps maybe get it at the library, but I wouldn't buy it. Uh, I'm not sure. Just like we tell them that they can't trade stocks, would we want them writing books?
I mean, I don't know. And
Okay.
hi, Four Corners.
Hey, Four Corners. Glad you could
I
join.
don't know if again, I don't. It's not like they're giving away any profound secrets or anything like that. They're just
Well,
talking about, if I get this right, she is just basically talking about, how maybe stressful it can be, and the requirements and the demands put on them and
okay.
stuff like that.
Let, let's see what the article says, because this is so long ago, because today's the
Yeah, I think
23rd,
this
and
is more going to focus on the Roe v. Wade stuff
yeah,
than the book.
let's see. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett, in a new memoir, defends her vote reversing a half century of national abortion rights, declaring that Roe v. Wade usurped the will of the American people and came at a cost. The court's role is to respect the choices that the people have agreed upon, not to tell them what they should agree to, Barrett writes in Listening to the Law, set to be published on September 9th. CNN obtained access to Barrett's memoir, in which the justice also takes on religious bias and details her decision making process, revealing that her chambers once celebrated with champagne when other justices joined a particularly tricky opinion of hers. Barrett, President Donald Trump's third appointee to the High Court, has emerged as a crucial justice on the 9 member bench, shaping the contours of oral arguments and often providing a key vote for the decision in a case. Her 2020 appointment to the vacancy created by the death of liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg set in motion the 5-4 end of Roe v. Wade. Barrett, 53, said she wrote the book to provide an accessible account of how the court operates. At the outset, she warns that she will reveal nothing of internal deliberations on specific cases, nor use the names of her 7 children or other family members for the sake of their privacy. She also does not name the case that led to uncorking the champagne. Given the usual book publishing schedule, it is unlikely she was referring to her important opinion just 2 months ago, siding with the Trump administration in its challenge to lower court judges who blocked a policy involving birthright citizenship. She reportedly secured a $2 million advance for her book, published on the conservative Sentinel imprint of Penguin Random House. Barrett declined requests from CNN for an interview.
Can you blame her?
Any work by Barrett is likely to be sought by people trying to understand an institution that could determine how fully Trump remakes America. So far, the conservative supermajority, which Barrett's appointment sealed, has provided scant checks on his aggressive agenda. Barrett refers only in passing to Trump, and she writes dispassionately that the court has always been entangled with its times. While the intensity of the challenges faced by the court ebbs and flows, the challenges themselves will never disappear, Barrett writes. Throughout the job of every justice is to do his or her best by the law. The Dobbs statement she might have written in 2022. The pages that reveal some of Barrett's most intense reflections involve the 2022 case in which a 5-4 majority fully reversed constitutional abortion rights, Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization. Barrett, who joined the majority opinion by Justice Samuel Alito, makes clear in the book that she believes the court had no business declaring abortion a constitutional right in the first place. Two of the other justices in the majority wrote separate statements, but Barrett declined at the time. She picks up Alito's line from Dobbs that Roe versus Wade amounted to an exercise of raw judicial power. She echoes his view for the majority that the court's usual adherence to precedent could be rejected because Roe was wrongly decided. Elaborating in her book, Barrett contends the right to end a pregnancy was never deeply rooted in U.S. history, as were other implicit constitutional rights. The evidence does not show that the American people have traditionally considered the right to obtain an abortion so fundamental to liberty that it goes without saying in the Constitution. In fact, the evidence cuts in the opposite direction. Abortion not only lacked long-standing protection in American law, it had long been forbidden. Barrett backs up her contention that the Supreme Court was getting ahead of the American people in the 1973 Roe decision by citing the woman she succeeded on the bench. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, herself supporter of abortion rights, observed nearly 20 years after Roe that the case may have halted a political process that was moving in a reform direction, prolonged divisiveness, and deferred stable settlement of the issue. Abortion opponents have often used pieces of a 1993 Ginsburg speech to support their cause. Alito similarly cited Ginsburg in the Dobbs opinion. But Ginsburg, one of the court's strongest believers in women's equality and the right to end a pregnancy, said Roe's result was correct, even as she held a nuanced assessment of how broadly the court swept in the constitutional, thank you, grounding it chose. In her book, Barrett dismisses the view of the three liberal Dobbs. Back down, please.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. In her book, Barrett dismisses the view of the three liberal Dobbs dissenters who began their opinion by declaring and citing Ginsburg that for half a century the court's abortion rights precedent protected the liberty and equality of women and guaranteed government could not control a woman's body or the course of a woman's life. Barrett writes that the complicated moral debate about abortion distinguishes it from other rights more traditionally recognized as fundamental that enjoy broad public support, including the rights to marry, have sex, procreate, and use contraception. After the Dobbs ruling was issued in June 2022 and Barrett was on a family vacation, a brother in law arrived with a copy of the decision, saying he was following the justice's mantra to read the opinion. Dobbs did not top the list of things I wanted to talk about on vacation, Barrett writes, referring to court tensions on the case, an investigation over a leaked draft, security threats, and protests at her house. Still, she says she hugged him. How the justices operate. The Supreme Court often confounds people with its unwritten rules and opaque opinions, and while Barrett herself can be the decisive justice, she is also a pneumatic one, as seen in an August case that allowed the Trump administration to halt nearly $800 million in research grants at the National Institutes of Health. Barrett acknowledges that she was once on the outside looking in and frustrated. Before I joined the court, I was sometimes frustrated by an opinion's cryptic language or its failure to resolve fairly obvious points, she writes in her book. Now I better appreciate that glossing over issues is often deliberate.
Oh, sorry.
She says that if justices agree with the bottom line judgment in a case but waver on some arguably ancillary issues, there's a good reason to narrow the opinion. Yet she can still be vexed. Skirting issues is sometimes the price of finding common ground, though it's frustrating to delete points I'd like to make. 5 justices are needed for a majority. Barrett writes that when she has been assigned to write the opinion for the court, she works to hold on to the majority and even to gain spare votes. Once Barrett's draft opinion is circulated among the other justices, her law clerks watch for word of who will join it. The best days are when join memos come in quickly and without requests for changes, Barrett says, recounting. Once, when other justices quickly joined a particularly tricky opinion of mine, my chamber celebrated with an impromptu bottle of champagne. More often, there are at least a few requested edits, some simple and others requiring significant work. The latter requests are not an occasion for champagne because after the effort of producing the opinion, reworking it is painful. She addresses the court's emergencies docket, the process by which the justices hastily handle preliminary appeals, most recently from the Trump administration, objecting to numerous lower court judgments. The conservative high court majority has so far chiefly favored the administration in those instances.
You didn't hear him say that about Biden's.
Right? Do you want to read a little bit there, Crazy Bee?
Yeah, I can read for a bit.
Go ahead.
Um, as long as litigants continue filling emergency applications, the courts must continue deciding them. Barrett writes, minimizing the justice's control of the situation. Yet she concealed the judicial system's functions better. Yet she conceded that the judicial system functions better with the benefit of full briefing, oral arguments, and deliberations. Religion and Feinstein's dogma question. Before her appointment to the Supreme Court, Barrett was a University of Notre Dame law professor and then judge of the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals. During her confirmation hearing for that post in 2017, Democrat Senator Dianne Feinstein, who I really don't like,
No.
focused on Barrett's writing of her Roman Catholic faith, stating at one point, the conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you, and that's of concern when you come to big issues that large numbers of people have fought for years in this country. I still get frustrated when people can't separate religion from politics. Even fellow Democrats thought Feinstein, who has since died, had awkwardly raised the issue, and Barrett supporters believed she was being presented with a religious test. Again, you can have morals without specifying a specific God to make laws and rules. Um, in her book, Barrett writes, without naming Feinstein, some suggest that people with faith have a particularly difficult time following the law rather than their moral views. I faced that criticism as a Catholic most sharply when the Senate Committee conducted a hearing considering my nomination to the Seventh Circuit. I'm not sure why. Fortunately, the health of our country, Barrett continues in the book, people of faith are not only Americans with firm convictions about right and wrong, non religious judges also have deeply held moral commitments, which means they too face conflicts between those commitments and the demands of the law. I absolutely understand that. Most people really
Would.
can't
Right.
do
Separate.
that.
Right.
Repeatedly, Barrett refers to her vote to reinstate the death penalty for Russian dude or Russian or Slavic name, Zarnev. I believe I pronounced it right. Convicted in 2013's Boston Marathon bombing, um, despite her personal resistance to capital punishment. I will learn to read, I promise you guys. For me, death penalty cases drive home the collision between the law and my personal beliefs. Swearing to apply the law faithfully means deciding each case based on my best judgment about what the law is. If I decide a case based on my judgment about what the law is, I'm cheating. If the law should be, I'm sorry, if I base on the judgment of what the law should be, I'm cheating. I agree with her. And I see nothing wrong. I saw Art comment that, save the book writing till you're no longer on the bench. Retire first.
That's
I
what I'm
can understand
saying.
that too.
And
But she
if
wasn't really talking about anything that's currently on the docket or anything like that, which is why I'm not so upset about it.
well, if she was talking about the process and how the courts work, that should have come from the court itself. They should have produced a booklet or pamphlet for the public that said, this is how we operate,
Yep.
so that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Instead of buying a book to find out how it works.
That's
I
true.
mean, to get a $2 million advance on top of your salary, and say I'm a piss poor writer and I couldn't write a book for love nor money, and I can't make that $2 million. I mean, do it afterwards when we're, now
Should
she's,
we hold politicians and presidents to the same?
yes. I mean, we just said that we were talking about that they shouldn't be permitted to do the stock options, right? And try to get
True.
ahead, right? So I'm down for do the book tales. Yeah, it is tales. Because they would be telling tales. Do the book deals afterwards.
Okay, I can live with that.
I mean, instead of doing it, uh, right, uh, you know, you're supposed to be working for the American people and
Not writing a book.
writing a book, correct? I mean, it takes however many hours to get through all of those backlogged cases that they have. Instead of writing a book, she could have been reading cases. So I'm kind of frustrated with that part of
But
it.
some people don't like working 24 hours a day.
No, but
I
she
can
had time
understand
to.
why they would want a break from it. And
Well,
while they're not focused on that, they're at home, have an
yeah,
hour before bedtime, they're
wait,
working
hold
on
on.
it.
Yeah, but she has 7 children too. So,
She's
huh,
53. I guarantee her youngest is in their late teens at best.
well, at best.
I mean, you're looking at a 15-year-old and into their 20s if she's had 7 kids and
Maybe.
she's 53. Even if she had her last kid at 35, that puts it at 17 years, I believe, the gap.
Oh,
So
now you're gonna
teens,
make me put my post-it on and let me Google her.
yeah, she's 53 according to this article. So I'm doing math and typical biology in my head, so I apologize if I make a mistake, but I can understand writing it, but don't publish it until you're off the bench.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, as long as it's not published, I don't have a problem. I have a
Yeah.
problem. She got on top of her annual 170 something or 200 and some $1,000 deal that
Oh,
she has.
oh,
Uh,
Art says she adopted several kids. Okay, so I might be wrong on the ages. I was thinking she gave birth to seven. I will take that into consideration that I might be wrong about the ages.
mhm.
Sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't mean to
Is
cut
the
you off, but
article over?
yeah, article's done. I didn't mean
Okay,
to cut
well,
you off,
hold
but I
on.
had to point out I might have made a mistake.
Hold on. I
So
couldn't
what's
find my
Roe versus
phone.
Wade again?
The abortion rights.
Oh, and who's Roe?
The person who wanted to have an abortion.
And who's Wade?
The person who did not want her to have an abortion, aka the father of the child.
Wow.
And somehow the kid still ended up in adoption. She ended up getting adopted after all of this battle over whether to get an abortion or not between the two parents. I believe Wade was the father, right?
Who was the father?
Wade for the baby and Roe v. Wade.
I don't know.
I think it was between the father and mother. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah,
But the
that's why
baby
I
ended
don't
up
want to.
being born in the process of the court case, and then she got adopted out.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
I was a I wasn't even born. I'm just going from my memory of history class.
Wait, when did
And
this happen?
73.
Oh wow, people wanted abortions back in '73.
People have been doing abortions since the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, again, it wasn't just for the fun of it in some cases. In certain religions, if a woman was forced into making this baby against her consent, there was
No.
religious reasons to abort the baby.
Okay,
So
And
so
I
I'm
am
not on.
very creative in my descriptions.
so do you think they
So
should have grandma?
Go ahead.
so I'm out on Wikipedia, and I got 2 issues with Wikipedia now. They have
I've always had issues.
well, they have I've always seen it, but I'm just pointing it out. It has their signature, and now they have a new feature added where you get to hear what their voice sounds like.
And that is alarming
Yes, it
because
is.
of AI.
Yes,
and the
ma'am.
jackasses who like to manipulate things with AI.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. I don't like it. But
Yeah,
I've
no.
never really liked Wikipedia. So there's that too.
Okay. Okay, in 1999, she married fellow Notre Dame Law School graduate Jesse Barrett. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, two were adopted from Haiti, one in 2005 and the one after the 2010 earthquake. Their youngest biological child has Down syndrome.
Mute. Mute.
Okay. She is a member of the Christian parachurch community, People of Praise. And I cannot get a hit on all of her 7 kids.
Yeah. Well, again, she's keeping it private. She doesn't want
Right.
that info out there, and I can respect it. So,
Yeah, but it should be because she's a public figure and nothing is sacred when you're in the public eye.
you do your best to protect your kids.
And so we got some pictures.
And my son is throwing things around in the living room.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you just click on this last link. If it doesn't pop anything, we'll just move on.
Sounds like a plan.
And let's move on because it doesn't say.
Okay. All right. So, next topic is um this one from Yahoo News. I didn't know that was still a thing.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, is this legit? Because I think that's what. Oh, what? Didn't we all use that when that first came out? Was
Oh yeah,
Yahoo?
talking back in the '90s,
Uh
Yahoo
huh.
News was the thing. It was like AOL News.
Yes,
I
it
mean, I
was.
still use AOL, the email account.
Really? For what?
Yes, I still have AOL accounts.
Wow.
Yes, I'm old school like that. Hold on. Irby says as of 2012, over 350 books have been published by sitting or retired Supreme Court justices. I did
How
not
many?
know that.
350.
350. 350. In two, as up and it was reported in 2012, so 13
Wow.
years ago,
That's
and that's since the beginning
insane.
of the Supreme Court.
You know, that would be a fascinating undertaking to read those books and see. Huh, I'll bet you there's some key takeaways in there. Write a little bit
Let me
here,
get this
write
to
a
show up
little.
because he listed some of them: Samuel Alito, Nilo Grouch, Gorsh. I'm sorry, Sonia Sotomayor, Clarence Thomas. They've all published memoirs reflecting of works of the on the law.
Hmm, interesting. Okay, so we pulled this since this was, as I mentioned previously, we try to get articles that lean right, lean left, lean centered. So if you find an article that you feel some kind of way of, if you're conservative in the center or to the right, it's obviously going to be a left leaning article. If you're on the left, same kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
we try to give you a balanced approach, but we don't go out and name whatever is what. But this is from Yahoo News from the end of August. So you see how much news has occurred since then that we haven't been able to keep up on. And that's one reason why we kicked around. Would we be able to pull off 5 days a week? But the only way I could do it is one of those days would have to be a pre recorded day. I couldn't do it live every single day. But you guys in the chat said that you liked it to be live, so I don't know if it's worth having a pre recorded or not. So if you have any thoughts on that, throw it up in the chat so the crazy bee and I could see it.
I would appreciate that for sure.
Because we're trying to make a decision in the next couple weeks whether to make any programming date changes and whether or not we want to try the 5 days. Now,
Hmm.
with that video coming out on Thursday evening from 7 to 9, if you guys, I'll tell you what, if you, well, no, because that wouldn't necessarily, you could just type in there, yeah, I watched it.
Well, I can always. Well, there is that hidden item in the video, so they can acknowledge it existed and
Right,
drop it in the comments.
true.
Or
But
give feedback on their opinions of any specific articles or videos
there you
that
go.
speak to them.
There you go. We get back this sucked or something like that. We get back some kind of crap, bull crap or
Well,
something.
I'll tell you, Arby has dropped a ton of resources that we just haven't even gotten to yet.
Yes.
That
And
we have
Arby,
set
we
aside
have,
in its own tab.
yes, we have you set, you're all in a category by yourself.
Things
So,
that you've sent over,
right.
yes.
We have 3 different people that we have plans to work with, that we are working with to provide information to you on. We just, with these past 2 weeks with the Charlie Kirk situation, just has taken precedence over everything. So we put a lot of time and effort into the content that we did have, and so I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to throw it away. Hence us deciding to move forward with some of it as pre-records, and then some of it we're going to do work on catching up and doing it live. Plus, we both just felt it was necessary. I know myself, I'm have still all kind of different thoughts about the funeral itself, and I don't know. I'd like to be able to talk open and honestly about it, but some of the stuff I don't know how it would be accepted, and so I don't know. We'll see how things kind of go with that.
Of course. A little
But
bit at a time, one day at a time.
one day at a time.
But
One.
Arby was is working on a side project with a podcast with one of his friends,
Mm-hmm.
and so he says, "Just you wait. I'm going to be have to be selfish now since I'm going to do some streaming again." The intro my buddy made is pretty cool. That's awesome.
Good.
Like I said, let me know when. I'll be jumping in to watch over it, watch it, whatever, chime in, stick my 2 cents like I always do.
Oh, what's that? How's that saying go? Payback's a bitch. Just wait till you see
Oh
the
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Payback, Arby, for all those lovely comments and that you've left.
But do send us a link and we will promote it like we
Mm-hmm.
we're doing with the other one that you started too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll promote, give you your shout outs.
All right. So
Okay.
this is
Yep.
that a federal judge issues a ruling that will have major impact on U.S. land. This is called an essential role, ROLE, not RULE.
or ROLL.
Oh, go grasshopper. Very good there, Crazy Bee. On the
Sorry, I
ball.
had to be silly. And that roll can mean a few things of its own, too.
Exactly. On the ball late in the evening. All
I'm
right.
tired, and you can tell.
Slap happy. Yeah, she said roll. Yeah,
I'm
R
being
O
silly as
L
all
L.
hell. Give me a
Yeah.
break. Give me
Mm,
a break, folks. It's one of
yeah.
those days.
Like roll on the ground. How about a dinner roll? What else? Mm-hmm.
A roll of toilet paper
There you go.
to wipe the bullshit spewing from their mouths.
There you go. All right, go
Here,
ahead.
wipe it up. You got some bullshit stuck to your lips. I'm gonna shut up. Okay, go ahead.
In a win for people and the planet, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit aimed at dismantling environmental protections. Environment America reported that Iowa landowner CTM Holdings filed a lawsuit claiming a conservation law was an illegal seizure of land by the government. However, the federal judge who heard the case felt differently. According to Environment America, the judge believed CTM Holdings was voluntarily participating in conservation requirements by accepting certain USDA benefits. The article
Whoops, sorry, went too far.
Mhm. The article explained that to receive such incentives, the landowner must not destroy or alter wetlands. That'd be a problem up where Art is, or maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
In his dismissal of the case, Environment America reported the judge stating, the plaintiff can use its land any way it wants at any time. The only consequence is a potential loss of certain USDA benefits. The law in question financially rewards farmers for participating in conservation practices. However, farm owners are free to opt out, but they won't receive those monetary incentives. The judge's dismissal of the lawsuit is a vital win for the people and the planet, like many other positive developments from around the world. I mean, you know, is that paragraph even necessary? And why don't you give us some examples of around the world? I mean, anyway, another case includes a lawsuit where the Estonia Supreme Court halted a project that could have damaged a nature reserve, or this one where a federal judge blocked the construction of a gas pipeline in Tennessee. The Isaac Walton League of America explained that the conservation incentives questioned are taxpayer funded for that specific purpose. Thus, it would be a misuse of tax dollars to provide it to farmers who did not meet the incentive requirements. The group went on to state why these conservation laws are necessary, noting that wetlands have an essential role in improving water quality, dispersing floodwaters, and providing crucial habitat for wildlife. Wetlands play a crucial role in many industries as well as the ecosystems as a whole. They're also found all over the world, from bogs to tidal zones, marshes, and mangroves, explained the U.S. Geological Survey. Wetlands can also reduce shoreline erosion, provide recreation, support fishing industry, and create visual beauty, according to the EPA. In the League's article, the group stated that the judge ruled in favor of conservation, water quality, and wildlife when he dismissed the plaintiff's claims.
That's it. So
Very
basically, the EPA said, no, you can't touch it because it's pretty and it benefits animals.
exactly. Yep.
And I agree, we need to preserve some areas.
I don't disagree with that. And I think we could do a better job in managing. If you've ever watched the documentary of how water flows from the mountain down into California,
I have seen it. I've seen
and
a
there
documentary on it.
should be absolutely no reason why they do not have running water. Uh, where they're mandated to, take a bath, every other
Uh-huh.
day, and you know, uh, you're not allowed to water your lawn whatsoever. Swimming pools, they, were frowning upon. Just absolute ridiculousness when all they had to do was follow the yellow brick road. You know what I mean? And the water
Mm-hmm.
just flowed onto the people. And I think if we did more of those types of projects, we'd be better off. Although I would like to probably, it'd be more expensive, but I'd like to see it underground for safety reasons, and not be so much out in the open where it could potentially be, tampered with.
But underground tends to erode and damage easily, and if there's an earthquake and something collapses,
This is true.
that's the only reason that, especially in California with the San Andreas not vault. Oh my God. Can I get some
Wait,
sleep
wait,
tonight, God, please?
when the vault opens up, there'll be a vault, and you'll find.
I can't believe my brain just went there and switched the F to a V. But that's why I think they haven't done a lot of underground
Yeah.
stuff over there, is because of the risk of
Well,
now every
all
time
right.
there's a
How
tremor, we
about,
have damage to repair.
okay, then it could be on top of the ground with a protective covering on top of it. How about that?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I mean,
Until
I.
some jackass says, well, we got to drive around that. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
cross the roads. Motherfuckers, have you heard of a bridge?
Yep. Well, they
It,
could.
it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating. I mean, they. I think if I recall correctly, was there 3 lakes or 4 lakes that did not get filled up because of the lack of water, and Newsom not releasing the water into that. Uh,
Ooh, I cannot remember.
I I know. Hmm.
Um, and the Hayward fault. Oh my God! There's two other faults with extra etceteras. I am not able to talk today. What the hell is wrong with me?
We're tired. That's why.
Dysphagia is a nightmare when your brain and your mouth don't communicate properly.
I know that every day.
Oh, I don't know. Y'all know I'm not stupid. Okay, that's the good news. Is y'all know I'm not stupid, but someone who might catch that little blip and decides, oh, these people don't know what they're talking about. They can't even say the right thing. It's going to be really, really, really. My brain and my body today just not in synchronicity. Holy
Oh,
shit!
and then we're able to whip out the big words, right?
I can say synchronicity, but can't say fault.
Fault or vault. I don't know what causes that. I really don't.
I call it verbal dyslexia.
There you go. I'll go for that.
I've always called it. That's what we've called it since I was a kid.
Yeah, that works for me. All right.
Oh,
Please tell me you have a video.
I do have a quick video. I was just
All
really
right.
quick trying to update, and then give me 2 seconds. It for some reason didn't save, even though it said it saved. Okay. For the bloody love of goodness. Okay, shut that down. Turn this on. And we have a brief 45-second video.
Oh, wow. I won't know what to do.
Well, it doesn't matter because we've only got 15 minutes left, anyways.
Okay.
Why did you move it?
I didn't mean to. I apologize. I bumped it.
Here, let me lock it down. I thought I could unlock it for a minute.
You can't trust me for anything, can you?
Yeah, we've all got those moments. I
Yeah.
forgot for
In
a brief
case
moment.
in case you have forgotten, please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it.
So,
Before opening
before
mouth,
opening mouth,
engage.
engage brain. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No go. We both can do this. Before opening mouth, put it back up. Before opening mouth, engage brain. And please read the assigned materials too. Okay?
My brain is not going to be reading for anything today.
Nope.
Sorry. I'll have to postpone the assignment and bring it in last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Apple
Oh,
and Samsung hate each other, but they also need each other. Most people don't realize that Samsung, who has their own line of smartphones with high-end OLED displays, makes the high-end OLED displays of their rival, the iPhone. That's funny. If you were Samsung and Apple came up to you and they're like, we want to buy 100 million new OLEDs for our brand new iPhone, what if you just said, no, we won't sell you the screens? Then suddenly Samsung screens are way better, so everyone buys Samsung phones, and then Samsung wins, right? But it's not that simple. Samsung makes so much money selling millions and millions of screens to Apple for the iPhone. And so the theoretical amount more Samsung phones they could sell if they sabotage the iPhone displays would just not nearly make up for the amount of money they lose if they don't have Apple as a customer anymore.
really? I did not know that. Oh my God. Arby, I am not reading that out loud. Oh my God. He has an explanation for the word vault and what comes to his mind when he hears the word vault. Lordy, people, if you are listening to this, go back and watch some of the comments I put up because they are great. We don't read every comment out loud, but for the love of God, folks, go back and watch it.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you got to go back and watch it. It's great. I love the people in the chat. I can't tell you how much I love the people in the chat.
Are
Y'all are awesome.
absolutely crazy.
They're crazy. They are fun. They are educated, believe it or not, despite what they have to say. They are highly
Yeah,
educated people.
they can't type sometimes.
Neither can they can't type, I can't talk. What's the
Right, right.
difference?
Likewise. Oh heck.
But I definitely can say I absolutely love them. They're great guys and gals.
Hey Striker, good to see you.
Oh my God, what a day. Do we have another video we could I don't know. We got 10 minutes.
Yeah, go into the happy thing. Can you show a happy one?
I've
Copyright
got to find where it says happy.
should be
There
under
it is. I found a
got it?
happy one.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Let's
another
see.
thing we're gonna try to do is not every day, but periodically or when it's deemed necessary. We'd like to leave you with, we're dealing with all this trouble and turmoil going on, and there's a lot of love, laughter, and silliness and stupidness, and just stuff that makes you laugh and maybe have a good chuckle and just go, you know what, it's not that bad, and give you some hope for another day to carry on.
I did not get a chance to edit this, so I'm giving a fair warning. Um, This is just straight up from the the list of shorts.
Uh-oh. Which one is it?
How to keep toddlers happy.
Oh, I have no clue. I don't even remember it.
You sent it over, so we're gonna see what it is,
Okay.
and we're gonna watch this together.
Okay.
Let me put this in and pause it right away. Oh, it says video unavailable.
No.
Yes.
Oh, sugar
Oh
balls.
crap. Now I gotta go pull it out of the description of everything. Um, I should have downloaded and recorded it while I had the chance. Oh, bugger. Why did it get taken down?
Probably
That
France
sucks.
said it. Probably France said take it down.
I don't know. I don't trust France anymore.
Neither
I don't
do I.
like France.
I never
France can
did.
bite me.
Ever
I
since.
tried learning French in high school. I took 2 years of French.
Wow.
So I got some French words for France, but
Yeah.
I can't
Ever.
repeat them on public places.
Wow. I kind of sort of did. And now that we know that Macron is married to.
Supposedly, there is proof sent to the courts that she is actually female, even though I'm not sure.
Mm.
I don't know if I would believe it. I got to
Okay.
see if I can find something funny to throw in really quick. I apologize, folks.
Well, there's
You'll
a
have
bunch
to be
of stuff
patient with
there.
me. What was that?
I said there should be a bunch of stuff there.
As long as it hasn't been removed.
Okay.
Um, All right, let's see if this one is it. Okay, let's see if this one will work. All right, let's try this one. Squeeze it in the last 5 minutes. We'll run a little over. Okay. All right, I got it. I got one.
Good.
Yay! Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Um, is this right? Yes, this is right. Oh my God. Sorry. Be patient with me, folks. All right. Let's unmute. This looks adorable. So,
Can you make it any bigger?
no, that's a, oh, yes, I can. Haha. It doesn't really make it bigger. Okay. Let's watch this. This is cute. She literally shoves her puppy in with the baby. Oh my God. That is so adorable. See, dogs really do pay attention to what we
Uh-huh.
say and do. They see us put a baby somewhere safe, and they put their baby there too.
I think they put the dog there that she knew that puppy would protect that baby. That's how the
Hmm.
Hulk is with Jacob. They got him when
Overly
he
protective.
well, they got him when he was about 3 as a puppy, and EJ took him everywhere with him in the woods. Uh, really got him attached to the Hulk, and the Hulk attached to him.
Uh huh.
You can't go near Jacob. Uh, and if he wasn't 180 some pound, well, he does get in his bed. So yeah. Art, I need the happy button they gave me for back pain the last time I was in the hospital. Yeah, that's the one I need. Although it never really works that good.
Baxter is snoring like he was working hard all day. I think his days are done, and the bulldog DNA has taken hold.
Well, with the bulldog, don't you know he'll have all that slobber and stuff. So if he's doing that, that's one thing. Mine snores so loud he's worse than my husband.
Um,
There's
I
another
learned
person in the
this
room.
week Baxter understands what get out of the street means. My killer spaniel was very protective of me during meditation.
Oh.
Cocker spaniel, I am familiar with. Killer spaniel, that's a new one. But I
Mm-hmm.
love spaniels.
Yeah.
Spaniels are so much fun. They are so loving and kind, but they are very hyper.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be brushing dog and listening from Striker. Oh, he's been slobbering since day one. Yes. That happens with those breeds. They do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, with that, we didn't get through as much as we had initially planned, but
That
I
it's
am
the fault
perfectly
of the
okay with it. We
chat.
had so much fun.
Yes, it was very enjoyable. It was a nice release from the last, and nothing taking away from the funeral or anything, but this was a nice release of everything that has gone on and everybody experienced. We didn't need to have another week of heaviness going in hot and heavy.
And I'm
So,
sick of seeing it on every single platform. Nothing but conspiracy theories that are easily debunkable if you
right.
have a degree of understanding of anatomy and physiology and physics and stuff like that. I've had it. I needed a break from it. Um, Again, oh, by the way, so there has been some info that came out. It was the two guys who took the footage were Turning Point USA people, and they did hand it over to the feds, and it did look really suspicious as all hell, though. Y'all got to admit they look suspicious.
Yes, they
So,
most
but it
definitely.
came out that it was not them, and they got a lot of hate over it. And it's like, wait a minute, we didn't even do anything wrong. We were, and again, that's why I said it looks suspicious. I want to know more. And that's why I won't jump the gun and say, go after this guy for doing something wrong. No, it just looks suspicious. I'm sure the feds are looking into it, was my exact response. So, yes, let's try and keep it that way. Let's keep everyone in the sanity zone instead of going out on a rampage against people over something we don't fully understand yet. So, again, I don't want to see wrong people punished, only the bad people punished.
I do not disagree.
So, fingers crossed, we get full justice. And like the wonderful wife of Charlie Kirk said, she forgives the guy. He's still going to face the consequences of his actions, and he will face it. God, if it, I believe there's a God. That's my solid belief. Everyone else can believe what they want, but he'll face God, and justice will come to him. And Charlie Kirk will be avenged, not necessarily by us, but
Well,
by justice.
her comments will be up for discussion.
They're fun comments.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I say we call it a day. What do you say?
I agree. The chat's out of control.
Oh no, they're not. They're having fun over there.
I
I'm
know.
watching it.
So am I.
Too many years around lawyers. I need actual evidence. I get it. I want something tangible.
Just
I
the
don't
fact.
like going after bad people. I don't
Just
like going
the,
after wrong people.
yep.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Just the facts, as Joe Friday said.
Yep. So
All right, and with that, I'm done. I still have half a plate of pasta to finish.
I haven't even had dinner, and I need a refill with something caffeinated, preferably, but probably not. That'll
Right.
be tomorrow, unless
Yeah.
I could convince Danny to make tea at 8 o'clock at night here. We'll see
Ooh.
how that goes.
Right. And
Pray for me.
it's getting cold here, so it's time to.
Hmm.
I have a jacket somewhere.
Alrighty,
All
folks.
right,
Well,
everybody have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. And with that, I'm out.
y'all stay safe, stay sane, stay sober. We'll catch y'all tomorrow afternoon.
Good
Or
night.
no, not, yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Oh my God, good night.
Did I just say we'll see you tomorrow
Oh,
from
wait,
3 to...
Thursday is 7 to 9. We don't got to put up a pre recorded. Thursday, 7 to 9. We
And
can
you'll...
go live.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm a dumb. Oh, we'll talk about this when we're done. Let me disconnect. Bye, folks.
Bye.